Okay, hello everybody again on YouTube. This is the EpicGamingGuru, and this time I have a different kind of video going on because I normally should have actually done a video about this in the past because I have actually gotten a broke looking PC and I've actually turned up, flipped it, and made a profit on it. Now, when it comes to this kind of story with this new PC that's right there at the bottom of me, just sitting there and whatnot, well, I'm going to go ahead and bring that up to you guys so I can explain the story along the way, but that's going to be um, kind of difficult. I'm not even making that up. Okay. Okay. This thing's big, by the way. I'm 6'2", 6'1". This thing's about 2 feet, maybe a foot and a half, and it does weigh quite a bit. So I'm just gonna go ahead and... Oh, I have it flipped the wrong way. That is not as easy as it looks. Okay, so yes, I have bought another computer. Might as well try to get one for the thumbnail here. And I've actually tried my absolute best to make sure this thing did not get damaged along the way, but it was in the back of a vehicle that I just adjusted the seat for and moved it and tried to fit it into a truck. And this is not a big truck either, this is a small truck, so yeah, this is a PC made by EpicGamingGuru, and for some disturbing reason, it still has a wireless 24 gigahertz little transmitter on it. Well, no, not 24 gigahertz, 2.4 gigahertz little transmitter on it for a mouse, which I don't know why the person didn't just take that off, but either way, yes, this is a Cybertron PC, which I don't think they make these anymore, by the way. These are really outdated. These are the computer itself, like the body, is incredibly old. This is probably from the mids, I would say 2009, maybe 2015, between there, or at least somewhere in that era, because there is still an LG mid disc standard, not even a Blu-ray player. This is before Blu-ray, and this was interestingly a super multi-disc reader. Now, the other thing, I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, watch my hand real quick because you might not be able to pick this up on the camera. Yeah, that's hollow. Not all the way through though. There are parts in here that we're actually going to take a look at and see if I may have busted or not busted on this PC. But, moral of the story, I actually went to a similar shop where I got the first PC from. They had this one here they had this one there just sitting there with barely any dust or anything on it. Like, this PC looks almost somewhat in tolerable condition. Now, the crazy part is about this PC is that they actually had cool fan adjustment speed on this. Yes, they had manual full fan adjustment speed from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 fans on this. I know it's kind of hard to pick up on the camera, but that is basically what these buttons are for. But either way, it also had an adjustment switch up here for fan speed. So that is telling me the midterm of this thing's age. Now, the good thing is, though, is that aside of being powered by EpicGamingGuru, which is really good, and again, really hard to pick up. Sorry about that. Well, I tried to make it work with a flashlight, but either way, don't worry. I will bring the parts in to show you guys what I found inside this PC. I am going to slowly but surely break it apart, and that is exactly what we're going to do in this video. And we're going to see if we can find anything profitable within this whole piece of junk, basically. I mean, this thing's like way past modern day time PCs, so I'm gonna have a fun yet hard time with this thing. Okay, first things first, let me make sure. Why did I put the flashlight away? I probably should have made sure that the motherboard was on the right side, because if I break this thing apart and I take it apart from the motherboard section, I'm gonna have a hard time. So let's see. Okay, so I am facing it the right way, but that means I have to turn a complete 180 to get it back here. This thing weighs I think about 20 pounds, so not shocking at all about that, but what we are gonna do is fix that camera. Yes, okay. Also, I just realized this thing's using Phillips screwdrivers. I don't have a screwdriver. Okay, well, I'll be right back. Shouldn't take me that long. I also love the fact that the person that you guys won't be able to see it, but I'm pretty sure you guys will be able to tell right here a little bit. Yeah, there's tape right there securing the PC. Yeah, that's tape, and it looks like the tape at one point was going all the way up to the PC. That could be a very bad detrimental sign. It looked like somebody tried to brute force themselves into the PC. That's always fun. So I had to deal with external damage that could have caused eternal damage to whatever components are in the PC. But either way, I'm going to see if there's still something in there. There might be profit, there might not be. Might as well get a screwdriver and find out. Okay, I finally brought several tools at once, and I feel like these are just as old as this PC is at this point. We got freaking Grandpa's little neo-nose pliers, an old as hell adjustment wrench, and little tiny Phillips screwdriver, which I think might be too big for this thing. Also, I know the camera's not picking me up. It does not auto move or auto adjust, so what you gonna do? Alright, so let's see if I can get this thing to open properly without causing further damage to the PC. Oh! It's very easy to take it off. Okay, we already got one piece off. Old. Tiny, whoop. It's a very old star, there we go, yep. Very old star Phillips screw. All this. Oh my god.
One eternity later.
Okay, I knew we were gonna run to Pro. That thing actually almost went completely out that way. And I'll show you guys how dented that faceplate is. Hold on. Okay, it's coming off. Let's take the tape off. Oh no, somebody really look at this. Look at that. Look how dented that actually is. Somebody punched this PC faceplate. Look, I can tell somebody punched it because there's still residue of skin on there. Don't punch your PCs. Alright? I don't know who had several problems, but look, if you take care of your PC, it'll take care of you. Don't punch it. Alright. Now we can finally actually start taking a look inside, and I'm excited already. Let's take a look. There is an HD drive as well. That's interesting, just a regular hard drive. But there are cables going to the back of the PC. The other side of the faceplate could have a solid state drive. That makes me excited. Alright, let's see what else is here. Well, the most key important components is that graphics card. Okay, I paid, by the way, I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, I paid about $162.50, which in actual, well, if it wasn't for taxes, it would have been $150, but with taxes, it added up to $12.50. So, with that being said, that one graphics card just paid off a huge fraction of that, and it basically caused me to break even. But first, I need to take it out without damaging it. I didn't break anything, by the way, I just twisted this off. I don't know what that is. It's like a threaded little compact little thing here. I don't know what it was for, but I don't think it was part of the graphics card, but I am going to hold on to it to be safe. I'm going to keep this right here. This does not have to be attached anymore. Oh god, okay. Oh man, that's scary. It was securely locked. It has a security lock on it. Don't worry. You just press on it and pull it out. Don't try to just yank it off. Okay, I felt the fans. I see something else in there. Wait, hold on. What is that? There's something attached there that I've never seen before. Hold on. Okay, first off, Why do I take you off? You are probably one of the most important, expensive things on this PC, and you do not want to come off. Why do you not want to come off? Oh, I see. Okay. I'm dumb. I could have easily broken that. There's a couple of latches right here I need to take care of. Those are base plates that are actually securing the graphics card. I'm about to take off with a Phillips screwdriver. Okay, so first things first. Ooh, the power source is not bad either. Well, as good as it's gonna get kind of power source. Put these to the side right now because I don't know if I could actually use those panels on my PC. That'd be kind of cool. Okay, this is gonna take a while.
1 hour later.
Oh, yep, the graphics card's off. Let's go ahead and take it out. Ooh! Ah! I got the graphics card. Holy hell, guys, that was a pain in the ass. Okay. But I got it. Whoops. Hold on a minute. I actually found, and I did not notice that. I guess that's supposed to mean fuck the world graphics card. That's amazing. Look at this. Full AVGA. Not even damaged on the fans, which is good. I thought that I accidentally went a little bit too far. It's a bit dusty. Okay, that still spins. That still spins effortlessly. That's good. But for those of you who are wondering if I'm making this up, like this video's fake, I mean, what are the odds of finding a graphics card in an old shop PC? I mean, I found this in a pawn shop, by the way. Well, let me prove to you guys that this is actually real. This video is not fake. Look how dusty that back is. You don't believe me? Watch my finger. Watch my tiny finger. You believe me now? Yeah, I actually found that in a shop. Now, obviously, this is still gonna work. I don't see... There's no prong damage. So all the prongs are 100% there if I can get it to adjust properly. Or I could just, yeah, that'll work. Those prongs are still good. That's what you want. There is no sign of any rust on the motherboard. Well, not motherboard, on the actual graphics card. That's good. And the back of it is also good. Well, the front of it is also good. So yeah, a decently working keep saying motherboard. A decently working graphics card. That was just one thing I had to take out. All right, so we got already one of the most expensive items right out of this PC. It is worth between $100 to $150. So that is one item that I already broke even on. Let's move on. Okay, so that was the first thing we found. I don't know what that is, and it's bothering me so hard. I want to take that out. Ooh. I have no idea what the hell this thing is. I've never seen one on a desktop like this before, but maybe if I look at it, I just saw the words on my camera. Oh! Okay. If I would have just read that, I would have understood what it was. Okay, so it is 150 megabytes. Hold on. It's 150 megabytes PCI adapter. Basically, this is for, I would assume, wireless internet. And it is in good condition. Just a bit dusty. There's a spider web on there. Ooh, that's a bad sign. I'll have to research this one and find out. And this is the part that I found on it. So this just goes right back in. Just to be safe. I don't want to damage this thing. So I'm already putting it backwards. So that's already adjusted back on. That was a little piece I showed you guys. But yeah, that is, I would believe, for wireless internet. So another good decent find. Why do I hate working with RAM cards? They are hard to take out from an old PC sometimes. So let's see if the lock system is gonna work with me. Ooh, that sounded old. Ooh, all right, got it. Okay, so I got one RAM card out. These are from Adata. Oh, baby, do I love it when I get RAM cards that are 8 gigs or more. Those are actually one of the most highest in the market value. Yup, we got it. A RAM stick, 8 gigabytes, 8x16, DDR3. Kind of old, very old actually. It's nice to have them because, again, these actually do have value still. They're expensive. And they cost around $30 per stick. So, and there's 2 of them in there. So yeah, we got ourselves already, and we're already beyond broken even now. So that's good. So all right, now anything else we get is basically just profit in that PC. Very nice find. Okay, go ahead and get the other one out as well. The tray's made of metal, so I don't really have to worry about it too hard. That scares me every time I'm taking this thing out. Oh, yep, that's what I meant. It's a little hard to, there we go. It's a little hard to get them out. There we go. I'm gonna touch the other end of it, but yes, these are, both of them were 8x16. I know it's so hard to catch it on the camera, guys. It's only focused on one point. I did not set it to auto adjust. But take my word for it, I will show you guys a closer picture of all these items as well by the end of the video, so you guys can see that I'm not lying. But yes, this is 8x16. They are all 8x16, and they are in really good condition, just covered in a little bit of dust, but that's why we have an air duster can right here. Let's go ahead and get these out of the way. Let's keep moving on. So far, so good on the finds. I'm literally getting lucky as hell opening these things. Okay. First off, how am I gonna get the... Okay, you know what? Just for fun, let's take out the HD drive already. I mean, I'm kind of curious about the size too, and I think you all are as well. So let's take it out. These are usually very easy to take out, but depending on the age of the PC and so on. Okay, this... What is securing you? Why do you not want to... Why do you not come off? Oh man, I think I know what it is, but I'm probably going to leave that last. I guess we'll just go with the CPU fan right now, because there are screws literally going into the HD drive, forcing me not to be able to take it out. So, yeah, no, we're going to leave that last. Okay, so let's see about that CPU fan. Let me make sure that there's nothing at the end. Actually, what I should be doing is taking all these goddamn cables out, so... That is scary every time, because I feel like it's going to take prongs out. There's a little, oop, my bad. There's a little connector source. You would actually use these to connect your HD drive to your motherboard. Pretty cool. So that's one thing I found. So even though that thing's aged, that cable still could probably work as well. I mean, you just put it onto your PC. Okay, so we got that out. We do have a DVD drive as well that I might take out. It's a little old, but it's still working. I got a ton of cables I need to unplug here. Let's get this off. Okay, yep, this is a pull and pray. Oh god, okay, yeah, that is a dangerous pull and pray. Oh! Okay, I'm gonna look and see if I didn't damage any of the prongs. All the prongs are fine. That's good. Okay, so that's one thing gone. Whoever made this PC kind of did that on purpose. They kind of made the wires forcefully pulling on the motherboard. Don't do that. If you don't have long enough wires, just get longer wires. Okay. There we go. Oh my god, that is really tugging on that PC. I hate it when that happens. Okay, so the CPU fan is actually the one that scares me the most, but that's tightly secured. I need to get this off first. I have to take this whole block off, this whole block system that... Oh no, it's got a security latch. Okay. Oh, shh. Okay. Tight PC you are. Have wires for me to destroy you do. Jesus, okay, I'm gonna leave that one last. The CPU fan, well, I can't really leave it last either because the CPU fan's in the way. Okay. And I have to do it no matter what. Come on, god damn, dude. Whoever put that on there, you are a goddamn monster. I am gonna... Okay, how is this thing secured is what I want to know. Why is it secured? Why do you not want to come off? Why are you such a pain in the ass? Oh, no, I think I already have it off. I just need to... Oh, it's coming off. There we go. Oh, I got it off. I got it off. Now, oh my god, the CPU fan was not even secured that way. The CPU fan, I could have taken it off. Okay. Oh my god. Ah! Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Come on. Wiggle, wiggle. Come on. Get in there. Stick the fingers in. And this is probably where the needle nose pliers would have made sense, but I don't want to ruin the PC. It's fucked. It's very, very fucked. Okay. The PC CPU has very simple Phillips screwdrivers onto it, so that might be the easiest thing to take off. It only has 4. By the way, there's going to be a lot of speed adjustments going on in this video, so do expect that to happen. Because this is going to take me a while.
1 hour later.
We're almost done getting the CPU fan out of there. I have to make sure there's nothing. Okay, or I could just pull it out. This is a CPU fan, very small one too, by the way. Looks standard, but look at the amount of heatsink this thing has. It is thick. There's like about 2 inches. These things are reattachable, but that's not what I was worried about. Look at how big and thick that heatsink is. I don't know what kind of strange little CPU this is, but I am going to look it up and figure out what it exactly is, because this could be a $10 CPU fan, it could be a $20 CPU fan, I don't know. I've never seen one with a plastic latch that hooks on and then just I don't understand it. Like I usually deal with ones with just auto adjustment, so seeing stuff like this, it kind of scares me. All right, so that was the CPU fan. I'm gonna go ahead and put these parts together. I'm gonna leave the CPU fan up here. It's right next to the microphone, by the way, so you're gonna hear some plastic moving. All right, that was the CPU fan alone. We're almost done. I'm about to pull out one of the most expensive items on an actual PC. Now, the graphics card is one of the most expensive items. The actual CPU, that can get expensive. So let's go ahead and get that out next. But before I do that, I'm gonna need something. First things first, we're gonna have to clean that CPU as soon as it comes out. Gotta make sure my hands are completely wiped, because we don't want dust on the prongs. This is the most sensitive part of a PC. You could ruin its value instantly if you touch the prongs. So either way, don't touch the prongs. Ooh! That fell right side up, not upside down. Holy shit, it popped right off. The prongs are good. No damage. Now we're gonna find out what kind of CPU fan, what kind of CPU it is. I thought that this was gonna be an iCore. Unfortunately, it's an AMD. But it depends on which version of AMD it is, so. And we can also determine the age of the PC based on one of these, believe it or not. This is a 2011 AMD CPU. Again, I'll show you guys a photo of it up close just to be safe. And I'm going to show you guys photos again by the end of the video. So this is a long video. I know it is. I am pretty sure you guys are getting tired of it all. But so am I. And it is really hard to get through all of it. So that is one CPU expensive item found, which is good. Let's keep going through and see what else we can find. I don't like the fact that I'm leaving the CPU out in the open in air, so plastic bag. Let's go ahead and get that in there. We already know it's expensive. By the way, mental note to myself in the future. If I'm taking out a CPU, get ready to catch it with gloves. Surgeon gloves. And there we go. That's secure in a plastic bag. You want to do that every time you're dealing with CPUs. Okay, so that's already out of the way. That was one of the most expensive items that I almost utterly destroyed and messed up. So let's go ahead and finally get down to business on that motherboard. If you guys are wondering if I'm worried about breaking anything in the back, not really. Because these things are often just fastened to the front. The motherboard will... Oh, last little screw of the motherboard, by the way. So, this is a interesting looking motherboard. Kind of crazy looking. Look at the back of it. Completely not covered in dust. But the front of it is very covered in dust. Now, where the CPU was right here, and when I pulled the latch, it fell face up. Lucky me again. Yeah, we're not going to break this thing at all. We're just going to leave it the way it is. But yes, we finally got the motherboard. It's a pretty decent motherboard. It's actually somewhat reusable. I might even... Wait, can I? It does have an HDMI cable. An HDMI port. You might be able to actually get away with using this on a different PC. And it's not damaged at all. This is going to work just fine. There is no damage that, as far as I can see physically wise, that would not make this reusable again. So again, great find. Two more items, just two, that might have some expense, but they might be a little bit hard to get to. So first off, let's see if we can take off the back plate finally. Okay, we still can't. Let's get the HD drive finally out of the way as promised, because I wanted to get that removed as soon as possible. It had 6 of these little security notches. Again, gonna send you guys a photo, but my video is already like an hour long and I still haven't gotten to the back portion of this PC. This is a goddamn nightmare. I may have to cut this into 2 parts. Woo! I got it. I finally got the goddamn faceplate off. Well, the back plate off. That sucked, man. That sucked. But at least I have something else to put other stuff on top of it. Well, the solid state drives, so, and as well as the DVD players. Disc reader, not DVD player. So, let's get the disc reader out first. I have to get used to saying that. Yeah, I got it. Oh, what? What? Hold on. What? Oh, that is so cool. And again, just to show you guys, I'm not making it up. These are riddled with age. Look at the dust on this. That is all dust. This is all real. Manufactured back in 2014. That means that this PC actually, somebody was custom building a old model PC. That's interesting. Now, I don't know how much the disc reader is worth, but it looks like it's still in decent condition. It is big though. You could probably use it to maybe burn discs or something with it. So, I mean, again, decent find. Not bad. Could have been better though. Guru.exe has stopped working. What in the world are you secured by? Okay, hold on. I think I got it. Okay, I got it. Hang on. There we go. Oh my god, I almost broke it in the process. Almost broke shit in the back of my room in the process. We finally got the HD drive, guys. That took so long for the world's dirtiest, dustiest HD drive I've ever seen. That was not fun. Okay, what is this thing? This is a terabyte drive! The capacity is a terabyte! It's a, it's a crappy standard drive. It's made by Toshiba, which I kind of have a problem with. I mean, Toshiba drives aren't really well known for being able to last, but if it still works, it's good. What, is it a solid state drive? Hold on. Okay, no, I think this is a regular SD drive. I don't think that, no, not a solid state drive, I'm bad. A regular HD drive. This is not a solid state drive, but what a find though. A terabyte drive in an old piece of crap PC like that. That was worth it. Okay, removing the backplate was worth it. I don't think I can use these adjusters, unfortunately. I know that people will buy the adjusters as well, but I'm not looking forward to that. I just want to get this whole thing out, and I'm going to air dust it as well. Very profitable little device. I cannot believe I found a terabyte drive I mean, I know there's 5 terabytes, maybe 10 terabytes. There's even up to 15 terabytes I've seen on PCs, especially nowadays. But it's always nice to find a really good, solid piece of hardware like this. I mean, it was a pain in the ass to get to it, but it was worth it. You really don't need these, by the way. These are unnecessary. These were the old models that they had back then. It's a nice little plate, though. I kind of like the cool little hexagon look to it. It's kind of nice. But this is the real granddaddy right now. This is, oh, such a good find. Very good find. Literally just moving wires right now. I have to disconnect every one of these. There we go. Okay, I got one set of wires out, now the others. See what I mean by squid of wires? Hold on. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's a squid of wires. I am losing my goddamn mind. I am actually getting tired trying to break this thing down. But once it's done, it's done. Sweet Jesus, the amount of editing on this video is gonna give me a tumor. Okay. Yep. Alright. That was the whole power block. I got it. Woo! That took some time. Okay. I like how I was reading the warranty, not the actual... Okay. Oh, no, it is made by Ultra. Okay, so it's an Ultra 500 watt ATX power supply. Let's go ahead and see what that is worth. They're worth about $20 to $40. So, I mean, just something to sell for a quick buck. It's not something to go crazy about. But we're going to add all the items together, even including the HD drive, even though I might keep that. And we're going to see how much every single item is worth. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and snap right to the picture itself, and we'll snap right back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is actually finally the near end portion of the video, which I just realized I already screwed up because I didn't even put all the price points into a checklist. I am dumb as hell. I'll be right back. Okay, now that we're at the mid-end of this video, let's go ahead and try to see if we can figure out the prices of everything. Now, obviously, I have to have a giant panel that is completely blurring white, that's bright as hell, and it's actually burning my Rectra. I'm gonna have to see if I can actually go through these photos and explain what has been going on so I can show you guys what we're exactly selling. So on the first price of the photo, we're gonna take a look at these items real quick, and I'm also gonna increase the size and zoom in. We have a whopping 2 RAM cards, an adapter, a graphics card, and the motherboard itself. And then on the second portion of the photos we have the actual power drive, or in this case the power supply, the DVD player, the possible hard drive, which I am not going to sell, that's actually going to stay with me, the CPU fan, and the CPU itself. Now, shockingly, amongst all these items, I was actually shocked on the price point on some of them because I thought they were actually going to be worth a lot more than what I anticipated. Nope, they are worth even less. In fact, I was even more mortified and shocked as to how much the profit really was. Now, the amount for the actual CPU was not $60. It was not even $100. It was not even $150. I was way off. It is actually $40. So that is one thing right off the bat that is $40. Let's move on to the next item. So that was one thing. The CPU fan was shockingly not as cheap as I assumed it was. I thought it was going to be around $10, which it is, which most of them do sell for $10. This one apparently is worth between $10 to $15, but since I'm going with the lowest margin, it is still $10. Alright, so now aside from that, the disc reader itself was probably the most cheapest item as well, approximately $10, nothing really too special about that. And let's go back and check out the rest of them. The actual graphics card now. Now this is the granddaddy of price points when it came to what they were worth. Now obviously guys, I know you probably expected me to put a link towards all these items that I'm selling. I am not going to do that. I am just here to explain each one of their value and then give you the exact profit at the end of the video, like I said before. So yes, this is the graphics card, and to be 100% honest, I was deeply shocked how expensive it still was. This is just a regular GeForce GTX 750 Ti, just with different brand with FTW on it, and it is worth about $100. It's not bad. Okay, so that was actually not bad. The motherboard itself, again, shockingly, was not as cheap as I thought it was going to be. It was actually much more expensive. The motherboard, I was a little bit surprised, was worth about $45. Not a bad looking motherboard, nothing is damaged on it, and it was worth about $45. So we're getting close to what the actual full price is for everything, and we're getting close to seeing what the actual profit margin is. And the actual power supply itself, again, not a very cheap thing. Shockingly, it's actually worth $20. Despite the fact that it's old, it is still worth some sense of money, which is good. And I actually did put the label as well, if you guys are curious about the wattages and voltage that this thing has, with the max wattages reaching up to 500. Not a bad little power supply for a basic computer, but definitely far off from what I needed. Very good though. $20 on that little power supply, not bad. The little Wi-Fi adapter that I had no freaking idea was even a Wi-Fi adapter was shockingly pretty expensive as well. I thought that it was only going to be like $5 for this thing. Nope, it is actually a whopping 10 bucks. Not bad considering that I was never going to be able to use this thing. My PC itself could have actually technically adapted this thing if I needed an extra Wi-Fi signal for whatever reason. But it's nice to have one extra in case yours breaks for whatever reason. But it's also nice to go ahead and sell them because they're not too overly expensive unless you get really high in demand Wi-Fi adapters. For 150 megabytes a second, not bad. And also, yeah, $10, not bad. Finally, the RAM sticks. The RAM sticks were really gonna put the pressure in whether or not this item was gonna give me profit for a majority or not. Now, shockingly, for being DDR3s at only 1611 by 8GX16, which these are in total actual 16 gigabytes of RAM, they're not bad if you can have a PC that can run under DDR3. Unfortunately, these will not run with DDR4 and 5 or beyond unless you have a hybrid motherboard that allows you to process and be able to use these RAM sticks. So with that being said, the RAM sticks are unfortunately only worth $50 for both. Not 60, not even close to 60. It is literally between a margin price of $45 to $50 just for these RAM sticks. Either way, 50 is actually the fair margin price for it. Sometimes you might be able to get away with selling them for 60 depending on how many they are in the market. But for a DDR3, it is around $40 to $50. Or $45 to $50 to be fair. So yes, that was pretty much the sale price of all these items, and the profit for every little one of these items, $123. I am not making that up. It is actually $123. We actually still made profit off this PC, even though I bought it for $162. The reason that is, and the reason it is only $123 again, is because of the fact that the RAM cards are not exactly super high in demand. These are DDR3s. We also had the wireless internet adapter, which was not a higher end model. That was a very basic 150 megabytes per second model. If it was a little bit higher end, it would have added another at least maybe $15 to $20, which would not have been bad. The power supply is old and is only worth $20. The motherboard is also an old DDR version motherboard, so it is to be expected to be worth $45 unless it was a hybrid, and hybrids are worth a lot. So the price in total paid was $162.50, so technically my actual profit is $122.50. But I decided to margin it down to $123. So with all that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and switch back to my normal camera right now. So again, right at the snap of my finger. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that video because let me be 100% honest. There was something stuck to my mustache. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that video though. This has been EpicGamingGuru. Go ahead and you guys tell me what you thought in the comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed it that much. I am extremely ridiculously tired right now because this video felt like it took an eon to get through, and this already added another 7 minutes and 50 seconds for me to edit through. So I hope you all enjoyed it though. I've actually had a serious amount of fun going through all this. It's always fun to be able to break these PCs down. despite me almost destroying every little piece along the way. But I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time.